and welcome back to the 11th episode of our MyTeam series for F1 23. It's been a while, took a bit of a break in terms of, chugging content out, but hopefully I could start chugging more content a bit more consistently from here on forwards. And today we have a bunch of penalties as we are going through our first lap of qualifying here in Q1 as we are in the middle of the Parabolica section. We see Valtteri Bottas do 133.3, which isn't that bad. Hopefully we could do something a bit better, and we do. We go with a 131.5 and jumping Bottas and taking provisionary pole, but we would have to credit that to a bunch of engine grades. As you see there, we have a 35 grid penalty because we took in basically every new component for every part of our engine. And as we go here to Q2, we are doing we're doing very well, I would say. 2 green sectors in sector 1, sector 2. And as we reach the end of the Parabolica, we're doing a really good time, because as we cross the line, we should have a 133, and we get knocked down from provisionary pole by 2/10 of a second by Russell, which isn't bad. So I think a 133 should be a good enough time with us to Q2, and it does, but just barely. We barely made it by a 10th of a second, as we were able to keep our position and kick out Guan Yu Zhou in the McLaren. So here we are in Q3. I'm going to be doing 2 runs since this is going to be the final shootout for pole. I mean, I feel like we shouldn't really care because we're going to end up in the back anyways, but hey, you never know if the AI just takes out a whole host of upgrades as well as we did, but of course we did see we didn't. And here we go for a 28. We went 2 seconds faster than our time in Q2. So track evolution, also maybe the track might be drying up a bit more as it's not raining as much. But here on our second run, we have purple sector 1, purple sector 2. We're about a 10th improvement on our delta, and then as we get to the Parabolica, I feel like we just have a tiny bit more grip, and we get on the gas earlier because now we are around 0.2 of a second improvement, and we cross the line. We get P1. I mean, we get P1 in qualifying, but we'll be starting at the back of the grid as we have that engine penalty.
Roberts, Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us there. We're back in Italy once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. And what a great race is in store for us today, here at the oldest circuit on the calendar, which hosted its first race all the way back in 1922. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Norris, Gasly, Russell, Zhou, Ocon, Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Albon, Tsunoda, Sargent, Liam Lawson, De Vries, and Roberts. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
And the 5 lights are out, and we get a decent start, but Lawson on the slower start on the Williams as we now start careening on the inside of the straight, trying to get get another position in turn 1. Although when it comes to turn 2, we had a slower exit and thus have to let Ocon pass us by. But that wasn't a bad jump though. That was a 9th-place jump right there, from 22nd to 13th. So wasn't a bad. Definitely wasn't a bad start. But I feel like we made the wrong decision of going into mediums and trying to keep up with the soft runners of the cars in front of us. But since we did start from the back, our mindset was, okay, try to overcut these drivers more, and then we go from there. Because you could already see here, we're already being hounded by Magnussen on our right, and we're trying to chase down Ocon so we could be in DRS range when we reach lap 3. But other than that, we can't really do anything because we are on mediums right now. So the best thing we could do is sit tight, and hopefully with the fights that could happen in front of us could allow us to basically, keep up with them, because that's how, as the AIs keep fighting, they're gonna lose time. And here we go. Oh, we go dive in and overtake Ocon, and now we're in P12. We made 10 position jumps in the first 2 laps. Not bad. So now our sights are set on our teammate Oscar Piastri. This has to be only one of the few races where Piastri is gonna be ahead of us, because we had to take a slew of engine components just to be on the safe side. Because if we don't, I'd rather have all the penalties in one race rather than having all these penalties staggered over several races, because that's just in my opinion. Other than that, lap 3, DRS is going to be activated on this lap. We protect the inside while Ocon tries to go take a peek on the outside, but decides not to, which is a good idea. And here we go. We see Piastri trying to make a move, Gasly here, but wasn't able to do it. And now with his slow exit, we're able to go side by side with him, and we overtake both Piastri and Gasly in one slow run. And Gasly rode those curbs, too much curb. Oh man, Gasly's gonna start losing some time, or he should. I believe he has some underbody damage. And now we're gonna try to catch up with Zhou, hopefully before the Parabolica, so we could get some DRS into the front straight. But that's just unfortunate. Now Gasly's just holding everyone up. So hopefully Piastri could use that to his advantage and maybe stick behind Gasly, which he doesn't. But Piastri now moves up 1 place, but that's not really the best idea right now. And here we are, DRS right behind Zhou. We are getting close. We take a sniff on the inside, go back into the racing line, and with Piastri's costly mistake of trying to overtake Gasly, he loses 2 positions to the Alpines, which is just unfortunate in my opinion. But we're gonna do what we can, because we are on an alternate strategy, and I feel like their tires are gonna go off. Their tires should go off soon. And here we go. We tried to take a bit of a sneak inside while Perez kind of like contemplates on taking the nose of our car out, which I'm thankful he didn't. But here we go. We get a good run. They go wide. We go on the inside. We overtake Perez. right here, and we overtake Russell on the chicane. We do a double overtake, and man, we are making moves. I think the softer compound tires are starting to lose their grip, while our medium tires is still, I wouldn't say fresh, but we still have a better grip, and we go on the outside of Leclerc. Leclerc gives us space, tucks in back in as we head through these the S-turns here, and now we're gonna try to catch up with the top four. And we can see here, you can see how much top speed this Ferrari has, because now if Ferrari passes us, we're gonna tuck in behind them, and through the parabolica, we're gonna have the DRS into the front straight. Now, I think that was a bit 200 IQ in our part, because we did let him pass, and now we have the DRS, and we're gonna shoot past Leclerc. And this is gonna get us hopefully closer to the top four, or be at least within DRS range of them in the back straight, so we could basically set ourselves up for success right here. And I do notice, okay, never mind. I thought there were like certain angles where the tires of Alonso and, oh man, that's horrible. Alonso and Hamilton were mediums, but no, they were actually soft. So with that, with us having DRS, slingshotting ourselves past Leclerc here gives us a good gap to the top four. And now Leclerc has fallen out of DRS range. What is going on with Ferrari, or I guess with Leclerc's car? Oh, we make a mistake. They're going wide, but we lost so much time now that Leclerc, it's now within DRS range again. But we ourselves are still within DRS range, so this is going to be good for us in the front straight. Now it's just up to, oh, both Hamilton and Alonso pit. A lot of the cars have pitted. 3 of the top 4 cars have pitted, while we have went on to continue with our race right here. And here we are at the end of lap 11. We head to our we head to the pits with an 11-second gap to Verstappen. So we shouldn't really be falling back behind. I feel like we're gonna end up behind Norris, if anything, or maybe just up until Sainz, because we do have a good gap. And there we go, we do go ahead of Norris here, but only just so, with 0.3 of a second gap, and we take turn 1 ahead of Norris, just 0.3 of a second, and now we have to pull away. We have to pull away from Norris. Our tires might be cold, but we need to pull away, because this is not gonna end well for us if Norris and his medium tires and the rest of the field behind him that's on medium tires catch up with us in DRS range, because eventually their tires are going to be better than ours. So now trying to get that gap is a bit hard. We do get the gap here, but Norris, did we get the second gap? Because if I remember correctly, he was within 1 second in the detection zone. We were kind of slow on that exit. We have a safety car. Perez DNFs. And here we are. The safety car is ending, and we're trying to hound Sainz here. And as we get on across the finish line, the start-finish line, we are hounding Sainz right here, going on the inside of turn 1, and we get second position, and now we are gonna go after Verstappen. And since Perez DNFs and causes a safety car, we are now basically we now have the advantage because we are on soft tires. Everyone's on medium tires. So those 2 laps of safety car helped extend the life of our tires for an extra 2 laps, and now we can head into the last lap and have the grip, have the life of and the speed of a soft compound tire. Now we have left Sainz on the rear view mirror. He is now 1.1 seconds behind us, and now Norris behind him is going for an attack heading into the Parabolica, and you see Norris and Sainz kind of fighting here. Norris having to twitch, trying to get the gas on and trying to get the position away from Sainz, but Sainz on the straight gets through, and we have to tune in because Verstappen defends on the inside, tries to go on a switchback, but no, we keep the position and overtake Verstappen to get the first place. And now we are already 1 second ahead of Verstappen. Verstappen is going slow. I don't think he has any damage. There is no damage. He just had a really, really bad exit into turns 1 and 2 because he tried to go on the defensive line, but we were able to get and keep his position for him. And now I feel like this is gonna be smooth sailing for us right here for the next 3 laps because we are continually increasing that gap to 1.5 seconds, almost to 1.6. And the only thing we have to worry now is bringing the car home while driving fast enough to be out of DRS range. And here we are on the final lap. We were able to carve out a 2-second gap to Verstappen, and I feel like the strategy we chose worked well for us because of the safety car. That happened because Perez had an engine failure and DNF. But here we go, on this final lap, we are just going to cruise to victory now because Verstappen's not gonna get that 2-second gap as us being on the softer tire just had more speed. And Leclerc continues to have a horrible day in the home race of Ferrari as he is 20 seconds behind. I'm assuming he got into a little accident, lost a front wing and had to pit. And because of that, Ferrari's just having a really bad weekend, and we're crossing the line and we win the Monza Grand Prix. Man, that was pure luck. That was pure luck right there. Like I can't even say how we basically did the last to first challenge right here, and I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just crazy. Last to first. That safety car from Perez, basically propelled our strategy up from, let's say, a third place position to first, still within podium, but third to a race win is a big jump in my opinion. I'd say we got lucky today, but other than that, we had a crazy race. Piastri almost got into the points. Can't ask for more than that because Piastri's doing well, our teammate's doing well, which is the important thing. Now, Thank you guys for watching
Let's discuss, Ant.
our 11th episode of our F1 My Team series. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you guys have any thoughts of the race, or what did you guys think of the race, basically. But anyways, thank you guys again, and until the next time, this is Final 12, signing out.